Here I'm going to talk a little about recovery and regeneration. Recovery from training is just as important as the training. If you don't recover, your body's not going to build, and you're just going to hit a plateau and you're going to actually go down. So what I like to see is some hard training followed by some nice recovery. And in most programs, even Lance, anyone that trains knows that your body can only go so hard for so long. So what I like to do is train basically really hard for about 3 weeks, and then the 4th week takes kind of a break. It gives you a mental break, a physical break. What I mean by this is you don't just cut out training completely. You cut your volume down by about 50%, but you keep a little bit of your intensity just to keep your sharpness. But what this does is just gives your body a little break, and it keeps you going. You kind of go up like this, and then you break, then you go up. Gotcha. Otherwise, you go up, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're just free fall down. This is a good time when you're training to work on a little mobility and a little bit of tissue work. So Chris, I'm going to show you 2 exercises, just 2 exercises I like, for mobility. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab a kettlebell, and Chris is going to demonstrate one of my favorite mobility exercises called, I got this from the kettlebell program, it's called a goblet squat. What it does is it's going to open up your hips, your adductors, and it actually help your squat pattern as well. So Chris, go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose. Go down, and put your elbows between your knees. You're going to just sit down there. We're stretching all this, mobilizing this, keeping the back straight. You get a little core work out of here. So now I want you to just do little motion side to side. The key here is stay length here. You want nice straight back. Good. Now do a few little pulses up and down. What this does is doing some active stretching here. Good. Now you're going to take the kettlebell, bring it through your knees, and then straighten up all the way through. You're going to straighten. Now you're going to get a big hamstring stretch there. Okay, bring it back. Come through. Stay there. Take a deep breath in. Keep your back straight and pop straight up. Perfect. Okay, let's show it one more time just so people can see how to go down. Deep breath in. Down. And you can see as he gets warmed up, he gets a little bit lower. Hips are back. Weights are way on the heel. Knees are out. Toes are slightly pointed out. Go ahead, move side to side. All right, now push that through. Come up. Go down. And then come straight up. Okay. So this is a great bang for your buck mobility exercise. You kind of get everything. You get all your quads, your adductors, hips. How'd that feel?
Feels like I'm really open down there.
Yeah. So now, in sports, we get a lot of people with tight hip flexors. And that can cause a lot of problems. That can cause squat pattern problems because as you come down, if your hip flexors are tight, you're going to fold forward and you're not going to be able to squat. So what I'm going to do is do a little mobility stretch for this. So Chris, go ahead and get on one knee, 1 foot forward. Good. So bring this foot forward a little bit. So what you're going to do, you're going to stay upright and you're going to lean forward, squeezing this glute until you feel the stretch in the hip flexor. You got it?
Gotcha.
Okay, good. So then, as soon as you feel it, you're going to bring your arms up. You're going to slowly twist to the side where the leg's in the front and lean back a little bit. Do you feel that stretch in your hip?
Yeah.
Perfect. So come back, lean a little further forward, get a little deeper into the stretch. Push your hips forward just a little bit here. And then lean a little further forward back. I'm going to keep this shoulder back and go straight to the side. Perfect. Okay, come up. So those are 2 great exercises that get pretty much your whole lower body mobilized. That's a great thing, when you have the rest week, you can go through and do a little more of that and improve in other ways. Another thing, a great thing to do is a little tissue work. So Chris, go ahead and grab the stick and the ball and sit on the mat and do some regeneration exercises here. By regenerate, I mean something that'll kind of regenerate you and make you feel better so when you go back to your hard training, you're gonna want to really go at it hard. So this is a great tool. It's a roller. It's like a rolling pin. It rolls. It's pretty hard. So you can use your pressure. I usually like about 5 to 10 pounds of pressure on the muscle. So and you can roll. The great thing about the rollers, you can roll in small areas that you might not have been able to get with, say, the foam roller. So again, just roll wherever you feel tightness or sore muscles. It's great to use after a hard workout when you're sore. So Chris, go to the IT band, I go inside maybe in the adductors, the calves a little bit. Perfect. So it's a great tool to use. And then the ball, you can take this, and again, this is, I prefer the ball for small areas like the glutes and the chest. So go right in wherever you feel tightness in there. Good. Usually it's in the piriformis area or the high glutes. The piriformis is a muscle that does all your rotating. So Chris is going to go on there, and I like to see a little bit of active release in here. So you feel where it's tight and kind of do the action the muscle does. So out here like this, and maybe straighten the leg out like this a little bit, and then bring it back, bend the knee now, and bring it back and forth. Good. So get it all, just find little areas that hurt, and you have little trigger points in, and just try to roll them out. It's great to get your tissues pliable, get some circulation in there. Just makes the tissues a lot healthier. And it's a very underused thing for recovery. Okay, Chris, go ahead and do a little bit of the upper body. Get in the chest. Yeah, so get right in the chest and right in the pec. Usually where it inserts, right up here by the shoulder. And then Chris, go ahead on your back now and show how you can get some of the rotator cuff. So get right in the back of the shoulder. You kind of just do a little external, internal rotation back like that, and you get all those little rotator cuff muscles that get sore from throwing and playing tennis and any overhead sports you do. Okay, great. It's really easy, but it's very effective. So that's, I can't emphasize enough how important rest is to implement in your program. And, no one can go hard all the time.
So I'm not losing any fitness by resting?
No, absolutely not. And, you're gaining fitness. What I always say, okay, you're getting fitter by not training because you're recovering, and then you're excited to go into the next phase and build up higher and higher.